Welcome to part 3 of the Shadow the Hedgehog Let's Play.
Huh? What the? How can this be? Who are you?
Listen up, Shadow Androids. The Eggman fleet is strong, but those black creatures are a formidable adversary. I must return to the base to devise a new plan.
Shadow? Android? Am I an android too?
So Shadow now thinks he's an android. You can tell by... Alright, you can tell by that opening cutscene there. Story progression is so bad. Most of the time, and when you're getting from level to level, Shadow is warped to the next area. No proper level transitions. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So now we're in... I don't even know where I am anymore. Iron Jungle? I think it was. I'm actually gonna go a little behind the scenes here and say that this took a while to actually record, because what happened was I tried to record the opening cutscene into this part, and for some reason it kept delaying on me. I have no idea what's happening, or at least what was happening with my Dazzle. It was probably the video formats, which would make sense because I had to switch them around from AVI to whatever the other one was. Then I switched back for the extra stuff I'm going to show off. Yes, we are going to be finishing this part off, so this is our last chance to put in some questions into the comment section below. You can also put questions on my Super Mario Galaxy commentary, but you know, I rather prefer if it was this. It's just so it's easy to reach to. That it doesn't come off as disorganized. Alright, so now we have these little copies here, Shadow Androids. They're basically just as athletic as you. Oh, but they can also fire missiles. A good pro tip I would give: get a regular gun or pistol, because stuff like bazookas or rocket launchers ain't gonna work on them. They'll just shrug it off as if nothing hit them in the first place. So your best bet is to use regular bullets, and they should go down easily. What I have here is a large ass grappling gun. Lightspeed dash. Okay, I thought I lost it. I'm being reckless here. But yeah, we are gonna finish this first playthrough off. And we're only scratching the surface. So get used to this. Get used to seeing this. Or better yet, get used to seeing Westopolis. We're gonna be seeing that an awful lot. And now there goes my grappling gun. And I can't... I mean, I can go back and backtrack, but... stupid homing attack. Yeah, that's the thing with the homing attack sometimes. Sometimes, you'll lock on the enemies that you never had any intention of locking onto in the first place. And sometimes it'll lead to a cheat death. But anyway, the missions for these, I guess I should say these, the hero mission is to destroy Eggman's getaway blimp. If you have a special weapon, it can be taken down in a few shots. But I don't have that weapon, so it's gonna take multiple hits. And you're gonna need like powerful weapons like a rocket launcher or shit like that. The dark mission is the usual kill everything in the level. Yeah. In the Glyphic Canyon, and the hero mission, what you have to do: kill all the aliens. More than you had to kill in Westopolis. at the very least I do pull off the shortcut right here. Just spin dash off the ledge, then jump. You can't actually jump to cancel out the spin dash. Something that you can't do in Sonic 06, I believe. Now that's a really cool thing with the rail grinding. Basically, some of the rail grinding aspects in the adventure games are still there. You know, tilt the analog stick in one direction, then hit the jump button to move to a different rail. But there's a thing where instead of crouching, you'll actually go faster. And also, what's eliminated? No balancing. You don't have to balance on rails anymore, which is an utter relief. Because I can't stand balancing. I mean, again, it hasn't hurt me in Adventure 2 all that much, but in Sonic Heroes, oh yeah, it was a noticeable problem. And honestly, that's one of the only few positives I will give to this game.
Perfect.
Everything else about this game, though, is just ass. Enjoy the cutscene.
Eggman detected. Approaching this direction.
Shadow and Omega? Why, you traitors! You two are going to stop me? Move aside!
Doctor, please, I need to know. Those androids, the ones that look like me, am I?
Yes.
What?
You and Omega are my creations. But you betray me as you stand here before me. So now, I will destroy you both, turning you into scrap metal!
Eggman, I will defeat you once and for all.
So now we have one of the first fights with the Egg Breaker. This one has to be the easiest out of all the Egg Breaker fights. There's a turret right behind you, so you can easily mash the shoot button and gain multiple pot shots at it. Eventually the turret will be destroyed, but it will drop off the gun for it. It will drop off the gun, so you can pick it up, and it does as much damage. One of the easiest boss fights in Sonic history. Fancy that.
An android? Me? I don't believe you.
Let's see, do I get an A rank? Do I get an A rank? Yes. I'm going all straight A's for this. I doubt I'll get A ranks for the rest. But who knows? I might. I might not.
The pieces are coming together. This ultimate life form they keep referring to is the Black Hedgehog, and he died, and I'm its copy. I must be the android Dr. Eggman created. Then it's clear what needs to be done. Doctor, you're going straight to the place you created me from.
Yeah, as you can tell from the those flashbacks from Adventure 2, this game not only tries to, you know, uncover Shadow's past and why he's here thanks to Sonic Heroes, but this game also tries to cover the plot holes that Sonic Adventure 2 came up with. And since I said that, a lot of you people are gonna be like, "Oh no, that is not a good sign. That is not a good sign." Ugh. You know, Shadow's character was just fine. You know, his character incarnation was in Adventure 2. It was pretty great. I liked Shadow in Adventure 2. Then this game comes up. This game comes up and completely shits on the character entirely. Because in this pathway, Shadow thinks he's a robot. And you know what? Technically, he is. It just baffles my mind though. Why would they even come up with something like this? This is a stupid plot point that was brought up from Sonic Adventure 2. And yes, this was brought up in Adventure 2. There's this one scene where Rouge goes, do you actually believe that you're the real Shadow? Hey, you know what? Speaking of Rouge, if you want to know what could have easily been avoided? Why couldn't any character from the previous game just tell Shadow? This whole... I mean, writers, you would do the world a favor by telling by having one of the characters tell Shadow his past, and then so this game doesn't have to be released. Okay, you know what? This game, I don't mind in a game for Shadow the Hedgehog. I really don't. Oh, but because of the reason that oh, I don't know, this is supposed to uncover Shadow's past, which was not needed. No, it's baffling. It really is. So now we're in Lava Shelter. Sorry about my rant there. In this one, we pretty much have to do one or the other. There's no neutral mission. However, the hero mission is basically get to the gold ring. That's what I'm doing right now. In the dark mission, we have to activate 5 generators. And one of the things that makes this level stand out from the other levels is that once you activate a generator, the lava actually rises. Because Eggman wasn't kidding when he was saying that it raises his defenses. It actually does. It raises his defenses by raising up the lava, so you're gonna have to find an alternate route. So at the very least we have that. Although then again, I can't really remember this theme all that well. Yeah. This game's pretty boring, honestly. It's boring, forgettable. Find this worse than 06. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Not to be offensive here, but did I enrage any fanboys? Or people that love this game to death? Because I know that there are people that love Shadow the Hedgehog. Or at least I've heard of people liking Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, that's fine, you know. Oh, I'm not gonna argue there. And Sonic 06, if you like it, again, I'm fine with that. But if you like games like Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis on Game Boy Advance or Sonic and the Secret Rings, I'm sorry, but that worries me. it really does. It's like, I won't go as far as say that you have a fetish for atrociously bad games, but it's something that I just want to say. It worries me. There you go. There's some question raisers for you. I didn't really talk about much about that level, although I do like how at the end of the level, Shadow's just scrunching up his quills. It's like, stage is over. Time to work on my haircut. Booyah! A rank.
Perfect.
I guess I'm gonna get an A rank for the boss fight. Behold, the dumbest boss fight in the game, story-wise.
Nice to see you, Shadow Android. And you too, Omega. It certainly looks as if you've, well, done quite a bit of damage down there. But did you really think that you could challenge me?
Dr. Eggman, I will destroy you and reign supreme.
Yes, Doctor. You will regret ever having created me. You're going straight to hell.
Jesus, Shadow.
You're nothing but pieces of scrap metal. Once I'm done with you, you'll be thrown in the junkyard. You will feel my wrath.
Okay, so now we have the egg dealer. Okay, I'm on two sides here. I don't know if I should think this boss fight is unique or dumb. Well, the boss fight is unique in a sense where if he picks 3 attacks, he'll do his attacks. But if you hit the buttons, which are on the front of his, on the front of his machine, then you'll get to do that attack. That's pretty much what you're doing here. You're pretty much only attacking the buttons, and it's in order to get to doing what you want. There's 3 variety of attacks. You can activate bombs, missiles, or shadow fever. And this gets into the whole why I think this boss fight is dumb. Why in the holy mother of hell would you even program your mech to have? Because if Eggman picks 3, then he'll control the attack. But for some reason, when you pick 3, you control the attack. Why would you program something like that on your mech? Like, I can understand Shadow Fever though, because Shadow Fever, my guess is that's how that would power up his shadow androids. But bombs and missiles, I do not get whatsoever. Oh, and also if you hit 3 that have rings on them, then rings will spew out in the middle of the arena. Although I never usually go for those. Because of how slippery the control is, it's like I constantly find myself jumping all over the place just to regain my footing. And yeah, it's just hard to work with. I think it might be even slippier. I think it might be even worse than Sonic Heroes. I get it. My guess is that they were playing up the whole, well, you know, shadows on hover skates, so of course they're not gonna have as much traction. It's still, however, when it makes sense or not, just because an idea makes sense, that doesn't mean it's good design. Just saying that right now. Got one more hit. Yeah, the buttons count as hit points too, so you can gain extra damage. And that is it for the neutral pathway.
Sorry, Doctor, but this is the
Well,
end for you.
the first playthrough of the neutral pathway. All A rank. I am the boss.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
I made you, and this is how you repay me?
I am Shadow Android, the ultimate battle life form created by Eggman. You may have created me, Doctor, but I will now lead this empire and androids will rule. This is who I am.
Eggman, target acquired. Locked and loaded. Fire.
What?
Goodbye, Doctor.
Oh snap! Eggman just got karate chopped by a 3-foot tall hedgehog. Truly, this is hardcore. So that was the first playthrough of the neutral pathway. We're not even scratching the surface, people. However, in between both the first and second playthroughs, I am going to show off a song. Each pathway ends with a different song, and what we're going to be listening to here is Waking Up by Julian K, the same people that did This Machine back in Sonic Heroes. In terms of my thoughts, I haven't really listened to this one all that much, and honestly, even then, I prefer This Machine over Waking Up, because, I don't know, This Machine just sounds a little better with the techno. I'm not saying the techno here is bad by any means, but it's something I want to point out. But with that being said, This is Waking Up by Julian K. And see you for the second playthrough. Be sure to ask me questions. Don't be shy. You don't even have to watch my videos. See you then.